I'm here with Algie Williams, co-host of the Who's Right, Who's Wrong podcast, based out in Nottingham, a live podcast. But there's more to him than just a podcast host, which is what we're going to find out today. Thank you very much for coming.
Blessings, man. Thank you for having me.
Now, as my podcast hopefully gets more known and stuff, there's a first question I ask people, which there's no way you don't know what it is. I assume you must know what I'm going to ask you. Do you know?
Why did you come here?
No.
No?
Oh, that's good then. If you don't know, that's good. That's good. Okay, my first question, what I like to start is, who are you?
Who is Algie? Algie is a bundle of healed trauma, lived experience, and realization.
Nice. So that's a lot of it was past based then on your, because it's a hard question to ask, by the way. Do you know what I mean? There's no right or wrong answer, is there? And that's a great answer.
Definitely not.
So you're. I'm just going into it a bit more to push you. So you're saying you're a makeup of those past experiences and traumas.
Yeah.
So who are you now, or trying to be then? If I push it a little bit more.
So now, I'm someone who wants to give back. My life was a lot of taken away, so I'm trying to give back to the same community I took from. So Algie is somebody who realizes that he needs to give back, and that the only way forward is to do so, and my path has to involve that.
So is that like on a not a religious thing, I suppose, but like where you're just trying to, is it penance? Is that the word? Where you're like trying to make it right, or is it? Are you doing it for you, or are you doing it for them?
I don't believe in penance.
Are you doing it for them or you?
I'm doing it for myself.
Yeah, it is
my
for
own
you.
Spiritual self. A lot of people don't realise that we've got our own inner balance inside ourselves, innit? And when we do so much of one thing, we lose that balance. So we throw ourselves off balance. And for years, I was on a different balance. So that side was down there, this side's up there. And it was going that way for years. So that side kept going up, that side kept going down. And so over the last, I'd say 15 years, well, 10 years, the balances are starting to even themselves out again. But that's because I'm realising that I was using too much of one thing and not applying myself to the other. You know what I mean?
Do you believe in karma? Like, do you think some of the things that you've done in the past, because I haven't said this about him on thingy, but he's had a bad, if you've been naughty, if you like,
very
naughty. I know, I was about to say naughty, like a dead light word, isn't it? Yeah, he did not, he's been that day, he's so naughty. He's been naughty. Yeah, there's a lot of people you see him on the podcast circuits. What's the guy, the Blue Tick podcast?
The RTM.
All them, yeah. So you can imagine Algie's there. He's there with them guys, yeah. So that's the sort of past he's had. Well, we both kind of agreed he's not going to go into this happened, then I did this and I did that. You can just assume that's what it is, yeah, on that level.
Definitely.
Yeah, on that level. So you're making it right for you,
Yeah.
but also then that as a byproduct, everybody else gets helped as well.
Yeah.
Now, what I want to ask you is, so there's something inside of somebody which I can't figure out. So we had a guest on here called Pete G.
Yeah.
Pete. And his trigger, if you like, was he was on a proper downer. I think his mate had died. He was in bed and he was proper feeling low. And he just come across a random YouTube video. I can't remember the guy's name. It was an American football motivational guy, and it just something inside him just triggered him. And the way he was telling that was like it was dead normal. And I'm like, yeah, but other people might hear them things. And so what was it? What was your changing point?
Trigger.
Your trigger or your changing point where you went, what clicked? Is it a slow click? Is it a fast click? What happened and when?
So, and this is where we've been back in. My naughtiness is going to come in now.
Yeah, son.
So I was 2.5 years into a 7-year sentence. So this would have been 2005, 2006, something like that. And I received a letter off my daughter, my firstborn. And I remember it perfectly. It was 4 lines. It says, "Hi, Dad. I ain't seen you for ages. Last time I seen you, we went to McDonald's and then we went to the park and we rode down the hill with Jaya, who's a little sister. Can we do that again, please, Dad?
Oh, don't, man.
Miss you. Love you. Keisha." I read that letter and I was in tears. I was in tears in my soul. My pad mate's like, "What's wrong with you?" And I said, "Shut up. Don't talk to me." And then later on I said, "Yo, I'm not coming back here, you know." He says, "What?" I said, "I'm not coming back here." And I knew that day that I wasn't going back to jail. This is my I got that letter 19 years ago. I've been out of jail 16 years. And I know, I've always said to people, that is what changed my life. If I never got that letter, I'd still be in and out of jail. I'd still be on the road. You know what I mean? So she changed my life.
That's mad. It was just 4 lines, nothing else. It wasn't
4
like
lines, nothing else. There was no letter from my baby mother in there, nothing. Just an envelope, long envelope. I never forget that envelope, long envelope, piece of little writing pads. That piece of paper folded up into about 4 folds. So it was tiny in the envelope. You couldn't even feel it. So when I've opened it, it's from my daughter. Only letter I ever had off her in jail as well.
no way, like it's all meant to be.
Meant to be.
And it's like, even though like I don't know, my own dad or whatever is right or wrong with his life, but them core memories, you don't see the badness or the goodness in a parent. They're just a parent. And then she was basically saying that's a proper core memory for her, wasn't it? It's a core memory she's never going to lose.
She's never lost it.
I know, and you're thinking, God, like, all the memories we could have had or be having.
And you've held on to me, it was like...
It's a massive to her, and to you, it was that day.
That one day, but to me, it was... When she said it, it made me realise what effect I was having on her. You know what I mean? So, and then it made me realise the effect on everyone else as well. So my auntie who raised me and people like that. So I would then notice that, yo, this isn't just me, you know. This is that person, that person.
How old was you then?
I was 20... No, I was 31.
31. And you were 2.5 years in?
Yeah.
So you still, in your head, you've had this realisation. You think, right, okay, I can't. I'm still got to do the rest of my thing now. What did you do off? Or did you have to make?
I'd done 5 years out of the 7.
No way, so...
I wasn't really a good boy.
Is that why? Yeah, even inside then you was...
When I first got in, I was just me, wasn't I? So my first parole would have been 3.5 years. So by the time I got that letter, I'd already spent 2.5 years being bad in jail. So my parole was out the window. And that come round and I applied for it. It was like, well, I'm not going to get it. And then when I got my response, because I was, okay, cool. But yeah, a 1.5 years later, I got out. And I got days back for being good.
No way.
So I got out 2 months earlier than I should have done for being good in the end. So it shows in the end, doesn't it?
But how did you adjust then? Because you come out, so nowhere near your level, by the way. But so when you're growing up, especially in like a city, yeah, Nottingham or wherever, and you don't know how, because no one's telling you, because you haven't got anyone to guide you, say this is how you can make money or do things, and you can't help it, you just go and do these bad things. You rob and you do these and you sell some of this, and you just, because you don't really know.
No, you don't.
And I remember finding like the car trade. I thought, this is dead. This is like the nearest thing I know to this. You do that, get some money. It's easy.
Switch it around, can't you?
Yeah. So how did you go on then? Because you've made a decision in your head. I'm not going back. So now you're thinking, well, I only know how to earn money that way or do things that way. So what did you do?
So,
do you know what I mean?
When I first came out...
Who's helping you?
No one. Probation don't help you. The system doesn't help you. I remember coming out the jail gate because I got released from...
Nottingham prison or?
No, I was in Wellingborough, West Midlands. So I remember walking out the gate and they gave me £42.50. And I've got to come back tonight and they gave me a travel warrant, £42.50. And they said to me, you've got to go to probation straight away.
Like now?
When you get to Nottingham, first thing you do is go to probation. So I've come to Nottingham, I've gone to probation. My man got nowhere to live at the moment. So
did they ask you all?
No, you get let out of jail.
That's it, seen a bit, mate.
They put NFA on your thing, no fits the bird. Go on, goodbye. And they send you to probation. Probation don't even ask you about your living arrangements. They ask you what you're going to do. And you're like, well, I don't know yet. I've just come out of jail. I've been out for like 2 hours. And for me, it was knowing last time I came out, it was exactly the same. But because of that trigger, it made me think about them things. So I thought about it. I thought, you're not going to help me. And if I go back into Class A's or anything, I'm just going to end up doing another sentence. I'll end up with a 10-year sentence, you know what I mean? So truthfully, I started selling a little bit of weed, but doing air cuts as well. Without being registered, I was just doing air cuts, selling a little bit of weed. And the air cuts started to make me money. So I could stop selling weed, you know what I mean? So I carried on cutting hair for a bit. And then after that, I tried to work.
Where you living?
First, I moved to my cousin's. She let me stay in a little box room. I couldn't stay there for long. When I say box room, it was probably the edge of this table, the length of there. So it fit the single bed in. And I could just step out the single bed and walk out the room. And it felt like I was still in jail.
Yeah, I bet it did.
So it literally felt like that. So then eventually I met a girl. And I moved in with a girl, which And I'll say to people, don't do it. Please don't do it. Find your own place.
Because you're in prison by her now,
Yeah, you're in prison by
where are you going to go?
More rules. And now you're like, oh, shit. Oh, if I do that, she's going to kick me out. If I do this. And you haven't got your own say in life. And so you are back in jail again. But I moved in with a girl. Was together for a while. My baby mother. She had my son. We split up. And then I was stuck again, trying to find somewhere to live. Moved in with another girl. Stuck again. Trapped with her. And eventually I got a flat.
See how easy it would have been. How strong you must have been. How easy would it have been there to go make the money?
Straight back in.
Yeah. But you're persevering like, this is fucking shit.
I had to.
I'm still going to cut it. I'm still going to try.
And it was always that letter. Telling it every time I had temptation, even to this day. When I have temptation...
Keisha, did you say her name?
Lakeisha.
Lakeisha, yeah.
Yeah, I get that. It's like it scrolls in my head.
Mad, isn't it?
So the minute someone, like I've had a phone call about 5 months ago, one of the man them phoned me. I said, I've got to move 50 bags. 50 bags is a lot of money. And I was like, ooh. I was like, ooh. But before the thought could finish, I got, hi, Dad, letter, start scrolling. I was like, fam, I can't do it, man. I'm on this clothing thing. If you want to find me some sales. Could by now start my clothing business. So all the time, every time I've had temptation, that same trigger has come back and said no. But like I say, moving between girls, and I got my own flat in Daybrook. I think I was been out about 4 or 5 years by then. And it was hard. 'Cause I'd never had my own place before, ever.
But you've never even done that grind, do, because it's soul destroying, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you're starting out, you're trying to do it in your early 30s. Where a lot of people are doing that grind at 18 in the jobs, and by the time they get to 30s, they've
done
been there, innit?
So they've settled in it now.
Yeah, and you're just getting used to a daily grind. Yeah. I think this money's shit compared to what
they've got savings.
Yeah,
I'm starting from zero.
Yeah,
so it was like, what do I do now? So when I got a job, I didn't like it because I saw I know what I could make, and I'm not talking illegally. There's this thing I say, like, our skill sets, we're not paid for. So I'm not paid for my skill set when I go and work in the office. You can't pay me for my skill set. It's not possible. My skill set is way beyond any office, just like anybody's is. Anybody who works in the office has different skill sets, but you're not going to get paid for your different skill sets. You're going to get paid for that one skill, what applies for that job. So when I'm sitting in this job, I'm thinking, well, what am I doing here? Why am I working in and out and basically struggling every week, pay my rent, pay my bills? Well, I've got, under £100 left. How?
What's it all about?
Yeah, what is this? So it turned to a rat race for me. And that's what made me start working for myself. I started my own business, mobile barbering. It was a mobile hair and beauty services first for children and young adults on the spectrum. And it blew up straight away because there was no mobile barbers for them people or hairdressers. So that was my focus.
Did you know somebody, or did you just decide why them? Why that group of people?
I could cut hair.
Yeah, but why that group of people? I mean,
that's what because I could cut hair anyway, and I had numerous opportunities to work in barbershops. But I always thought to myself, there must be a niche somewhere. So I started researching, and I realised that the homes. So you got homes for people who are on the spectrum, and you got people at home on the spectrum, and the elderly as well. We don't leave the house, and I realised these people are stuck in routines. They don't spoil their routines. So they don't go out for haircuts. And if they do, the parents have got trouble doing it. And that realisation made me think, well, why don't you aim it at them? So I've aimed it at them. And I say within the first 2-3 weeks, to me, I was making more than I'd make in 3 months in a job. And that was in the first 2-3 weeks for them. And that's because these people needed that. And I applied what I had from before because the life I lived before made me know about business. I knew more about business than most businessmen. So it's been successful so far, and it still is.
That's amazing. Yeah. But this is what I was trying to say, which I've really stuck. I don't know the answer, by the way. Yeah. Is that like I believe then there's something inside you that makes you up, but I don't know what that is. Same with like I don't know Pete G or even me or whatever. There's something inside of DNA. Where does that come from? Because it's obviously in you, innit? There's other prisoners that get letters from their kids. They don't just go bang like you did, and it's mad to think what makes up the human to make that happen. And is it a purpose thing? Is it a God thing? Is it a DNA thing? What is it? Because obviously you clearly got this entrepreneurial spirit. So if you'd have had the guidance early on and you wouldn't have gone down that road, you'd have been...
I'd been all right.
Very all right, isn't it? Yeah. Because I said to him, we had a FaceTime before, and I said, how many have you missed? Because you've done a weekly live, haven't you? Yeah. And you've only missed like 5 in 3 years.
5, 6, I think, at the most.
Yeah, that takes
140 episodes.
That takes thingy though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's easy just to leave it, isn't it?
Commitment
and drive and all them things. So where does that come from? Because and if we can edit this out if you don't want to say it, but your parents passed young, didn't they?
Yeah.
How old?
My mum died at 5 when
You were 5.
I was 5. My dad died exactly a year to the day later. So yeah, I had no parents from 6. August the 19th, my dad died 1986. Mum died August the 19th, 1985.
So hard, that, isn't it? And do you remember any memories of them?
Vaguely. I think mentally back then my mind protected me and blocked a lot out because I was young. So it kept a lot of that trauma aside, and I dealt with that later on in life. But while it blocked that, it also blocked out the life I'd lived as well. So it took away from the memories, if that makes sense. So I remember vaguely. Like I can't picture my mum's face properly. I literally can't. I have to look at my pictures, you know what I mean? Because it's so long ago and because of that blockage. But I also believe that going through that is what's given me the drive in life to do what I do. That trauma, because of the trauma before them passing and that trauma together, it kind of shaped me in a way, which I have to explain. So I watched my mum go through domestic violence.
With your dad?
Yeah. Probably from about the age of 3, 4, until she died, basically. And that was one thing in my life where I've always promised myself never to make a woman see that fear. Have that fear in her eyes. I never want to see that from a woman. And then there was I never want to let down somebody the way my dad let all of us down, really. So I think that's what kind of gave me the drive I've got now because of those things. And for years, I tried not to be him. Rather than trying to be Algie, I tried not to be Clive, where I shouldn't have been. I should have tried to be Algie.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying, what makes up Algie, because usually it's for their experience from their parents and the culture at the time and that sort of thing, but you didn't have that, to have that, them two personalities moulded onto you. So you've had to just create a new...
From my surroundings.
It's mad, that's what I'm saying.
My environment, my friends.
But you almost seem like grateful and thankful that you're the person you are because of that, which I think is a mad concept. But
I am, you know.
I know you are, that's what I mean.
You know,
but what I can't get my head around is, I did a post over there about trauma comparison.
Yeah.
People can't help it. I've had trauma, and then I look at you and think, okay, no, that's nothing compared to Algie's, or the other guy I've interviewed, or the girl, and you look. But every single theme amongst the people that have had more trauma than me, not a league table, but it is what it is the theme is that grateful thankfulness, which is mad. I think
it's because I went through it so young, though. I think that's another thing where it makes you have to address the trauma.
How did you address the trauma? How does that look like?
How did I address it? I didn't address it till my 30s, 29.
So you're in prison?
I was in prison when I first addressed it.
After Lakeisha's letter?
This is before Lakeisha's letter.
So you're starting to, something's happening in your brain before the letters even come?
Yeah. I met a guy.
So do you think that's like an energetic frequency thing then? And then that letter's triggered it? Yeah, like that?
Spiritual.
Do you think so?
The universe works on that way, doesn't it? It leaves you a path to go down and it sets it for you. It sends you signs and either you follow them or you don't. Yeah, that's what I think.
Go on, tell me the guy then.
What was I saying there? Where was
I know, sorry, it's my fault. It's my fault, sorry. So, because I said to you about Lakeisha's letter, but you said there's a guy. No, that was it. I said, how did you deal with it? You said I dealt with the trauma. I said, how?
Oh, so yeah.
There's a guy.
I was in jail. Liam Rogers, his name is. He's also an orphan in Nottingham. Wrote a book about nuts. But we was on the exercise yard in Nottingham jail, walking around. He was walking with me. We were just having a random conversation. He just stopped out of the blue. And he said, how old are you? I said, 29. He said, something's changing for you. I said, what?
No.
He said, I got
fucking chills when you said that.
He said to me.
You didn't even know him or spoke to him, nothing?
No, I knew him from before. I knew him from Robot, knew of him, and he knew of me.
Yeah,
so we weren't really like close or nothing like that. And he said, something's going to change for you. I said, what? He said, you're 29. It's an important year for you. And I'm a road man. So to me, it's like, what? Sure, man.
Yeah.
But I just take it in because you talk to me. So you're all right, then cool. In my head, I'm thinking, oh, sure. And then obviously all that's happened, the letters come and everything else. And that is when my life started to change.
That's so...
Literally.
How do you explain that to somebody who's not into frequency universe? How do you explain that? You can't.
When I've explained to some people, they're like, oh, okay. And you can see in the eyes like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, you're not ready to hear that. Yeah.
I think, okay, cool, I'm not going to tell you that.
Did you speak to much after that, or that was it?
We still talk now. We still talk.
He, no, I mean, in prison, so he said that to you.
Oh, yeah, we still talk.
And then in prison, the conversations got...
Yeah. But he never talk about that again.
No
He
way.
never spoke about that again. And sometimes I
Do you reckon
think
he's a little bit psychic or something? Or he's just in tune or
Liam's
what?
very spiritual.
Yeah, so I mean, something there, isn't there?
So you know this thing where we say this is our human body, innit? But then we've got our spiritual side. He's so in touch with his spiritual side that sometimes it can be scary when you talk to him. You know what I mean? You talk to him and the things he says to you, like, oh, shit, okay.
Like it's not coming from him, it's coming from
somewhere else. Yeah. Like he's talking to his higher person. You know what I mean? Like that's what it's like.
What's his name?
Liam Rogers.
Liam Rogers, right.
Liam Rogers.
Look him up.
He's a very I don't know many men as intelligent as him.
Really?
Literally. And I'm intelligent.
Yeah.
I'm intelligent. I know how intelligent I am. But him, nah, I'm not intelligent to him. You know what I mean? I look at him and I think, fucking hell, where you come from with that?
And has he done a load of work then? So, because Graham, he must have, I don't know if he has or hasn't done a load of work, but it's about you. So did you then, so he's done that, he said that. So, because he's still not really done it specifically enough for my brain. So he said that.
Yeah.
So then how have you then dealt with the trauma? Absolutely physically, how have you dealt with it? Like, or have you read books? Have you?
So,
how's it look to you? How did it look to you? Because everyone's different.
First, it was coming to the realisation that I actually had trauma.
Was that after Lakeisha's letter or before now?
Before.
It's like a timeline I'm using, isn't it?
Before.
Yeah, so before. He said that.
So he said that, and I'd say a couple of weeks, I'm dwelling. I'm sitting down, I'm thinking about things, and I didn't think it's because of what he says. I think my mind was just in that stage where it was now time to think. And I started thinking about things, and that's when I come to the realisation that I wasn't being myself. That's when I thought, I've been trying
And that's
not
who
to
are
be.
you question
Yeah.
then? Who am
So I'm trying to be mad, and I didn't know who I was. I literally am looking at myself, and I didn't know I'd been acting like this Glocks guy for years on road, and I knew I wasn't actually him. No matter how bad I was on road or whatever happened, that wasn't actually Algie, and it never was.
No.
You get me? Even from young, I got put a year out of school at 11 years old.
No.
You know what I mean? So I know that wasn't my path anyway. It was kind of forced onto me.
And you were just good at it because whatever you did, you were good at.
I was good at it. I'd apply myself to it. I'm going to put myself into it, you get me? So realising that I wasn't being myself then made me think, well, who are you then, Alge? And it was like, well, am I Glocks? And I thought, well, no, Glocks is just another persona of what I kind of created to protect myself. Because it was.
Yeah.
That street guy was a persona to protect the inner Algie, that inner boy who I didn't really realise yet was in there. So realising that Glocks wasn't actually real, this person here wasn't actually real, it's like now I'm having to look at myself and think, so who am I then? What is real about me? And I thought, well, the way I apply myself is real. My brain is the way I think, that's real. The heart I've got is real. The love I feel, that's real. And it's like I had to go back to the start of Algie to realise that you can be yourself without acting like somebody else. So that person isn't going to affect me if I'm being me. I'm more likely to act like that person by trying not to be that person. And then I realised that Algie was about compassion, empathy, understanding. And that's who Algie is.
That's mad. I love that. So was that an internal dialogue you're having in prison?
Yeah.
Or was that, yeah?
Yeah.
That is, like, again, like, what is it with these people? They've got trauma, like, the worst trauma than me or whatever. You're just so, like, yeah. Like, but I don't think you give yourself enough credit. That's massive, I think.
But should we credit ourselves?
Yeah, why not? Why not celebrate it? Because that's so not. Algie, I've had a self-development journey, yeah?
Yeah.
But I'm not stuck in four walls surrounded by people that aren't on that journey where I've got to still go and act up. I've still got to, do you know what I mean? You're in a locked place and then you're not even got access to the things that I had access to when I was going through a self-development journey. Oh, I think I'm going to go and learn this and do that. All that freedom I've got to help me go on. I'm going to do one-to-one things with a spiritual coach or whatever. Yeah. You're doing it internally. Did you read books, or was it just literally all internal dialogue happening to you?
Internal books I read. You don't really get many self-help books in YOs, not back then. The books there were fiction, and they'd always direct you to the violence. No one ever like,
hey, you're like this.
You walk into the prison library, I guarantee the first section you see in any prison library is crime. Guaranteed.
Mad. That's not right, though, is it?
It's not.
Chucking you out and not just leaving you to it. Of course, you didn't, but of course most are going to go back. Having that as the, because obviously you become what you surround yourself with.
Yes.
So if you're surrounded by them people those books and no help,
following it.
of course people are going to go straight back.
Because I saw you hear from most people in there, they'll say, yeah, I've read that. I've read this book on the Gunners. Crazy. I'm like, okay. Because people used to offer to me, I'm like, no, what do I read that for? I'm living on the road. I don't need to read about it. Yeah. That was my, like, why am I living in jail, putting my mind back on road? Because that's what you're doing when you're reading criminal books. You're putting your mind back into crime.
You're training it.
Yeah, you're training back into crime. So then I started education.
I suppose what I'm saying is what I'm most impressed with is there was not a one-to-one thingy. There wasn't books. There wasn't thingy. It's just happened within you, and that's the bit. I just can't.
You can't grasp it.
Yeah, I can't grasp it. You see, it's just killing me. Like, give me a proper answer. It's like no, it just is, and that's what. I think that's where acceptance comes in. You're just like, yeah, that's just amazing. Then what an amazing guy to
just was. Yeah. I don't think there was nothing else. I think it's either you do it or you don't.
Yeah.
Literally, you either do it or you don't.
So after that, when you had the freedom, then, and you're going through the daily grind now, stuff like that, then have you sought out, I don't know, a mentor or books or anything like that, or is it all just?
It's my when you're saying that, I'm thinking, why didn't I do that?
Because you didn't know that, did you?
I didn't know. You don't get signposted to those things, and that's the thing. So you don't get told you need to deal with your trauma, or you need somebody to talk to you for your trauma. You don't get told that you need somebody to help you to go get work. Like these are the things what you should be told, especially when you leave in jail. You don't get told you need to go housing. Like if I would have been told that at reception, I would have left jail and went housing. But because I didn't get told that, I didn't think about it. I didn't think, I can go out and get a house, or get a flat, or get temporary accommodation. So it was just, you just come out on the bounce, man. Like, literally. Like.
It's mad, isn't it? So to this point now where you're up to, then everything you've done is just
me.
Yeah, just you. And you say you dealt with the trauma. Do you mean you've understood and accepted the trauma? Because some people have different versions of how to deal with trauma. Like, oh, it needs to be cried out, and it needs to be this, or it needs to be that, or I need to say sorry or thanks to people in the past. Or is it just, you just internalized it and accepted what you've done to other people and what's happened to you? So is it an acceptance thing is what I'm getting at, and that's how you've dealt with the trauma, or have you actually gone deep?
I wrote a letter to my dad. It was 4 pages of A4, both sides.
When was this?
This is about, I'd say 13 years ago.
So did anyone tell you to do this, or does this just, again, come from inside?
Someone said to me, write a letter. To your dad.
Thank God for that. So you've had some little bit of help then.
Yeah, so I'm trying to think who said it to me. It was a woman. I can't remember who it was though. But she said to write a letter to your dad. Explain what he's put you through mentally and emotionally, and then burn the letter. Yeah. And I won't even lie, I thought, bullshit, what the fuck's that going to do? But I've wrote this letter. And when I'm writing the letter, the amount of emotions what came out through writing it, through the pages, and remembering the things what I seen, it put me through, that was a relief in itself. And then burning it, it's mad. You actually I felt the weight go. So it's like I
energy
lit it, and it was gone. It was like I'm no longer feeling stuck in your shadow now. Because that's what I kind of was, stuck in my dad's shadow for years. And then when I wasn't, that gave me the freedom to just, I don't care about more than that. I'm going to live my life and do what I need to do. Okay, I need to do that. Let's do it then.
That's mad. And, that's amazing. That is amazing, though, isn't it? And then I suppose the understanding that your dad, it's like my dad's, I can see the way my dad acted and was because of the way he was brought up. And
definitely.
And all them things, isn't it? Understanding does help, doesn't it? It's not like
helps.
A personal thing, it just is.
And if I was still holding it against him in a personal way, I wouldn't be growing myself.
Yeah, you're just hurting yourself, aren't you?
Yeah, I'd still be. And I say to people, it's poison, you know. Like, when you're holding certain things in, it literally is poison. Like, I've heard people say, oh, I'm losing weight, but I'm eating every day. Well, you're stressed every day. So if you're stressed every day, no matter what food you're taking in, your body's reacting to the stress as well. So you're not going to put on weight. You're going to lose it. Because that's your body shedding the stress, trying to get rid of it. And so people got to realise, balance yourself, man. Like I said at the beginning, balance yourself. If you know you're doing something wrong, I beg you go do something good. Balance it out, man. Because your spirit will not take it for too long. And that's the thing, it won't. And I don't know how far I could have gone, but I'm glad I didn't go that far. And
then as you're going forward now, because we want to help your community, as you said, give back to it.
Yeah, I want to stop. So
what does that look like?
CIC, called Righting Wrongs.
So CIC, just for people that don't know, is
a community interest company. It's a charitable company. People set them up to say they're helping the community. Not many people do. I'd say out of every 10 community interest companies, you probably have 3 what help.
It's disgusting, isn't it?
It's horrible.
You know Richie you just met? So his mission in life, right, I don't know if you've looked into him. So when people come out of the army, so similar to the prison thing. So they come out and go, cheers, mate. And they're like, now what? And but they went into the army escaping either a bad life, so they've gone to run away to the army or whatever. They've been told how to sleep, eat, and they come out and they go out, see in a bit. Yeah. And these army lads then are obviously committing suicide regular and stuff like that because they can't cope with the outside world. And he's saying all these charities have got millions, and he says nobody's open the lots.
No one's open them.
So it's the same. So what you're going to do is different, isn't it? I think there's a general conscious awakening towards all this world where people are thinking, you know what? No, we're not having it anymore.
Yeah,
no,
we're not leaving it to the system no more.
Yeah,
I think everyone's seen that the system wasn't built to help us. It wasn't built to make. It wasn't even better. It wasn't built to help me help you. System was not built for that.
No,
system was built for me to help myself their way, not no other way, their way. So that means a 9 to 5, living every day by their rules, going to gym at night time, so that by the time I get home, my day's finished.
Yeah, squeezing 5 minutes with your kids,
that's
and
it.
Get yourself back there tomorrow.
Tomorrow, same day. Kids have got the same thing. Through at school from fucking 8:30 now, leaving the house, coming back at 3:30.
Do your homework.
Do your homework.
Detention.
Dinner. You get to play for 2 hours.
I take you didn't go to school much, by the way.
I did, you know.
Did you?
I did. I went to school more than most people.
Did you? I didn't go to school, you see. I left about 13, 14, I don't think I went.
I got into Ginogly when it first opened.
Woo.
CTC.
Yeah.
So when that first opened, I got into, my big brother got into the first year, and then I got into the second year of the school. So the 2 years it was open, us 2 were in there. You had to do a test and everything to get into that school back then.
So how bad does that mean to judge like that then, innit? I judged and decided, didn't I? Did you see that? I just fucking decided.
But then I got kicked out of that school. I went to, where did I go there? I went to Crane. I got refused 2 other schools, but then I moved forward. I got put forward a year. But then I went jail.
The entrepreneurial side of you kicked in too early there. So I took you away from the CIC. So the CIC that you want to do, you want to set up to help the community. Like, again, going back to Rich, he is, because he just doesn't care. He just calls out these charities. He don't care how big they are. He just says, they're not doing it. Are you just going to do your own thing with the CIC, or are you going to call out the ones that aren't helping as well along the way?
I've already been doing that.
Have you?
I used to do...
on your podcast, or...?
In their meetings. I used to be involved with them before. I used to work with Sherilyn Cass on her CIC. And so we used to go to all these community meetings. And I knew the people who weren't doing what they were doing. And there's one called, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to call your name, Benjamin Russell. He takes so much money from the community, what he's supposed to get to help, and it doesn't go back. You'll see him go out and he's finding all these neglected, left out bikes and things and giving them away like he's brought them. You haven't brought them. You've been given donations or found things on the road. And then for 2 years, it was living in Hilton Hotel.
No.
And I'm in the meeting, I'm saying...
On that money?
Where else are you going to get the money from to live in there? Because you was a police officer before, you quit that job, you moved from Sheffield, you come to Nottingham. I done my research. I made sure I knew what I was talking about in these meetings. And I said to him, how are you living in Hilton?
Did you have him, did you? Yeah, good.
Yeah, I said it right in front of him. I said, how are you living in Hilton Hotel? It's nothing to do with you and it's nothing to do with this. I'm not using their money. I said, you must be. Because I can't afford to live in there. If I was on road, I couldn't afford to live in there. I couldn't.
Yeah, what's going on here?
It's expensive living, yeah, man. I kept calling it out, and then there was other people who were doing it, and I was saying, well, why are they getting that much money when they're not doing nothing? How is he charging £3,500 for a 30-minute play in a school? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what for?
Yeah.
What are you actually achieving? Have you shown anything? And how's he getting grands and grands to go to West Bridgeford, Ed Walton and Rushcliffe? There's no trouble in that.
I was about to say, they don't need to know.
There's no trouble. So you look at what they're doing and you know that, okay, you're going to get these youths. It shows that you've got 40, 50 youths on your profile, but these aren't 40, 50 youths in trouble.
No.
So there's no outgoings for these youths because you don't need to give no outgoings for them. So every single piece of money you're getting is going to you.
That's good that you said it.
You get me? I'm not shy of it. And I will continue to call them out because our communities are getting killed without it. You know what I mean? Especially our youth. Our youth ain't got no community centres. They ain't got nowhere to go. There's nothing. There's no resources. Back in the day, we could go down to the bottom of a place, Unga Hill, Breakers. Our brethren, Rimmel's dad used to run it, yeah? But he's teaching youths them to fix cars and taking them go-karting and doing things like that. There's nothing like that again. You know what I mean? Like those little things are what we need to bring back. And if we're not going to bring them back, then us all cities are going to fail. Not just Nottingham, Leicester, Birmingham, everywhere, because it's happening in every single city in the UK, in the world, not even just the UK. So it's something we've got to start applying and stop waiting for the system to help us with.
Yeah, I think that's amazing. I think that's amazing. I mean, and what people don't realise is if they don't know anything about these background, these lads that who do need the help, is that they don't realise it. Oh, just because Algie's there now, they're going to be sound. It's not. Don't work like that. They don't realise the effort and time it's going to take. The texts, the calls, the things, the effort to keep that guy on that path.
Keep him straight.
And he's going to keep letting you down. He's going to keep letting you down.
Over and over again.
He's going to go and do something. Then he might go to prison. He got right to be in prison. Then he comes out. They don't realise it's not a quick fix.
No, you've got to stand by that person as well.
Yeah, because otherwise you're showing them what
the same thing they've always shown. We
Yeah.
can't give up on them.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. So if you get a 10-year sentence, I've got to make sure I stand by it.
Yeah, but do you realise that? Are you prepared for that amount of effort this guy's going to take with these people?
You know what? I like effort. I don't like having something and not putting work in. So when I'm sitting at home and I've got nothing to do, my mind's going mad. Like,
do you want us to start here? It's 80% of our men get diagnosed with ADHD when they're in prison. Because it's like an ADHD trait, isn't it?
I'm surprised if it is. Like.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah,
But that is me.
So the CIC then, so that's going to be set up.
Yeah, it's in the process.
Going to happen.
Yeah.
So then, what was the next stage like? Then it's asking for the funding.
So funding, obviously staff. So if people want to work for CIC, I need.
What does that look like to them?
So if I explain how the CIC works, that would be better, wouldn't it? So the CIC, righting wrongs, what it does, it runs programs. So the ones for the people in jail will be a pre-release program, 9 months to a year. If they need education, it would help them educate. Whatever skills they've got, we would try and find work for them. But mainly, we would look at accommodation. That would be the first thing we'd look for, because when you come out of jail, that's what you need. If you haven't got nowhere to sleep,
it's a primal thing. Like we need a fire and a buffalo to
you
need warm, don't you?
Yeah. So that would work on that, and then they'd work on the education, the work. So when they come out of jail, they'd have somewhere to live, they'd have work, and if they haven't got educated, they'd be able to go into education, because you get paid to do education nowadays. So we get them in that. And for the people on road, I've wrote a couple of programs already what I'm going to apply. It's just teaching them to look at their own life and seeing where they can come out of what they're in, because that's what I wasn't shown. So I'd do it by showing them my life journey, and they'd be written out in stages, and then I'd ask them to compare to their own. Show me your life journey. And theirs would only probably come to like 17, 18. And that's what they'd see then. And I say, now look at the rest of this life, really.
That's going to be you, that is.
That's you. 5 years, could be you in 2 years. And this is what makes them see it, because they're never shown that. I was never shown about what could happen if I carried on. No one ever said to me, if you keep doing that, you might end up with 5 years in jail, or you might get 7.
Yeah, it's not just that, I don't think from what I've seen, I'm not into it like you are, but from what I've seen, like snippets on social media or the old program on BBC or whatever, and you see people that have been in prison going back and just not shouting at them, don't do this, it's not right, which, okay, fine, but they're not going to hear that. And what is that little bits, like we were talking about before, it's like, look, it's mapping it out for them without taking away it's for them to do it. If you give it them, then they haven't earned it, if you know what I mean. So it's like saying to like that 17, 18-year-old, look, trust me, this next 6 months is going to be the hardest you've ever done in your life, because it's boring, it's day to day.
You're not used to it.
You're not used to it. And it's that real detail that they need. Not just, don't go and do that bad life again, and be back there, right, I've done my job, see you in a bit. Do you know what I mean? It's more than that, innit? They need to know day to day. You're going to be hungry, you're going to think this, you're going to see something, mind's going to go, I'm going to go and do that, I'm going to go and rob him, I'm going to go and do that. No, And it's that day to day that they need, I suppose,
I think you need to show them that they have to appreciate the day to day as well.
Yeah, gratitude and...
Cause that's what, and they need to be shown that they're appreciated. Because that's what we lacked. As a youngster, I lacked that. People showing you they're proud of you. Because that stops you from doing certain things. If you've done something good and someone shows you they're proud of you, you're going to want to do something good again.
How do you feel that, how would you say to somebody, let's say I'm a 16, 17-year-old now, and what advice would Algie give to this guy? You can see, because you're a very unaware person, right? You can see in his eyes, this guy's different. He's savable, if you know what I mean. That sounds really bad, but you can see there's something in him or whatever. And he's saying to you, I can't just dump my mates. Yeah, because that's a crucial thing at that age, isn't it? You're with your mates, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're with your little group, yeah? And you think, when they're not ready for that. They don't want to grow. They're happy. They're doing what they're doing.
Good with it.
So this guy is now influenced by them. How brave of it is it of people that sort of age to then break away from that friend group that they've done loads of bad things with? They've got a lot of experiences together. Now he's got it. How you say to that guy, Dave, whatever, look, mate, you need to leave these. They're not going to do it, are they? And then that's what I'm saying. The influence of the people around him. How would that? Because I've always thought when we have discussed it, the people that have. Like the people that we both know, a lot of people don't know the same people, and some of the people that have left Nottingham, not every single one, but seem to just flourish a bit better.
Do better. Do better.
You know what I mean? It's hard to describe. Shout out to Paul Semtex Daily.
Yeah,
I remember knocking about with Paulie, and he just went to us one day. Nah, I'm going to go and be a ninja. Yeah. And we was like, all right, we're going out again to go and have a fight. Yeah, and then he separated himself. Yeah. He's a good example, Paul, because of how successful he is, or still is now, and he gives back through his gym. Yeah. But if he wouldn't have been brave enough to do that, there's no way, I don't think he'd have probably had that success. He'd have carried on knocking about with us.
Because your friends won't push you out of it.
That's what I'm saying. We're doing the opposite because we're young. No, don't come out.
You don't want to. But this is why I'm saying
we're not being cool, are we? We're just. So how would you explain to somebody who isn't, say, as brave as what Paulie did, to how...
It's the same way, it's shown in your life journey. So a 17-year-old would relate. I could relate to him. Because when he's telling me what he's done on road, I've probably done 10 times worse. And that's what I say when all these other companies are trying to help people. They haven't got nobody with lived experience. I can't talk to somebody who's lived a whole life on a 9 to 5 and I don't understand it, because what am I going to give you advice on? But now you've come off road and you're telling me, I can't leave my friends. And I can say, well, you know what, I thought that, And I'll tell you what, by not leaving them, led me to get in my first sentence in 5 years. And that's because I was loyal. I went out, my very first sentence, the 5-year sentence, no, not the 5, sorry. My second sentence, I went out with my friends and I was told that one of them had a debt to collect, yeah? So I'd gone with them to this house. And as we got to this house and we've gone in, I've realised this isn't a debt. You've gone to rob this person. So there's a man in the house, a woman and a baby, yeah? I'm like, I'm already in the house, yeah? So this I started rumbling around. And I've clocked the woman upstairs with the baby. So I've just gone upstairs straight away. I said, I beg you in that room. I've closed the door. And I said, you stay in there, don't move. And that's what I've done. And that was part of my 7 years. And even the woman in court, she said, well, he didn't do nothing. Out of everybody, he didn't do nothing. But because I wouldn't give up nobody, there's my sentence. You know what I mean? I was there, so you're a part of it. But I don't know, you just can't...
Could you have done anything different there? Because you still live in Nottingham. So you'd have come out and, I don't know, it's a tough one, isn't it? It's like, but...
I could have.
You could have, but...
I couldn't have grassed up, because that's not me.
I know, yeah.
I could have walked away, because none of them could have told me different, the people I was with. I'd done that out of loyalty. They weren't badder than me. I think it was me being loyal to my friends. And this is a thing that...
So how would you tell them, go back to the teenager then? How are you telling them practically to deal with it?
Be loyal to you.
Yeah, but how does it look to him? So I'm asking you as a
That's
teenager.
I'm
saying to Algie, I'm pretending I'm a teenager. I'm looking at you and going, Algie, this is where I live, man. I see him every day at the shop. He's coming around my house, knocking around my house. He knows my mum.
But you're telling me you can see him. You're still friends. You're not supposed to just cut off your friends, but you're supposed to know your boundaries. And this is what you're trying to explain to you. Your friends will always be your friends. Doesn't mean you have to walk with them every day. I've got friends who I've known for 35 years and I don't talk to them because they're still living that life. But if I see them, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to talk for half an hour, because we're still friends. But the minute you start to, and I believe this wholeheartedly, the minute you start to cut off just because of yourself, it's a mistake, because these are all learning curves. And these are all, if you heard that saying that people will come in your life and they will leave, they're like leaves. Some are like leaves, some are like branches, some are like the tree. You get me?
Thank you very much for watching this podcast. I'm sorry, I'll be 20 seconds to tell you about my new book, My Human. What is My Human? It is the starter journey for somebody who wants to get into or look at self-awareness, self-discovery. Be a great gift for somebody who's a bit young, maybe get off the rails a little bit, get them to question who they are and what they're doing here. And it's the price of 2 coffees, $7.99. It's not labour intensive. It is a very quick and easy read. It's 20-minute read, 25 minutes. And all the links are in my bios. Thank you very much.
So if people are meant to leave, they will leave. You get me? Sometimes you are meant to cut people off. And you will know within yourself, when you start to look within yourself, that's not for me. So I won't deal with you. But then there's others where you think, you know what, yeah, you do bad, but you're not actually bad to me. So I can't cut you off for your badness because that's not to me. You're good to me. So this is what you've got to realise through life, that even your friends who are influencing you in a bad way have been influenced too. So you can help them.
And just because something inside them isn't triggering them to change, you can't
just cut them off. Yeah, you can't. Because you can help them.
But they need that practical help. They need to say, because if they could say it the wrong way, where the friends take offence, and that's why it's giving them real skills. That's what people miss. They miss the actual detail when they're helping people. They just give it a general headline like that and go, oh, yeah, just do that. Yeah, I've done a good job there. No, they need to say, listen, actually say these words, say it in this way, word it this way. And they need that actual practical help, don't they? Which is what they don't seem to get.
They don't get it.
Oh, just cut them off.
Yeah.
All right. So
and that's what it's called. Just cut him off.
Now I've cut him off. He's beat me up.
Yeah. And that's the kind of thing
I said it the wrong way. I said it the wrong way. Now his brother's come and beat me up.
Can't dealt with him wrong.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And that's the help they need, is that actual practical help.
To communicate with each other.
Yeah. Properly.
Communicate.
Without, like you just explained.
Each other down. Like,
stay his mate, but word it this way to him.
Yeah.
And if he's still got a problem, then
you can't do
nothing you can do.
There isn't. And most of your friends would understand. If you were to say to your friend, you know what, I can't do that no more, you know. I don't mind you doing it. I don't want to do it though. He's not going to say you're a dickhead because he's your friend.
He'll take the piss maybe.
But he'll joke about it with you, but he'll say, yeah, man, cool. By the end of it, you're going there and you're happy and he's happy because he knows what he's doing and you know what you're doing. And it's not no confliction. But the minute you stop being open with your friends and you're not being truthful, you are in conflict with them. And that is going to be bad for all of you. You get me? So it's going to have a negative effect on your friendships. Even if you cut them off, it's going to be negative because you're left negative. You know, that's why I always say, don't just cut people off. It's not a good idea. Always know why you are going to cut somebody off first. And if it is for the right reasons, then do so. It's
also being clear to him, because what could happen, you said all that, and then something inside that guy, some beef or something happening, I'll ring him. Yeah, I know you said you did it, but you need to help me with this.
Yeah.
Now he's in a position, isn't he?
And I've been in that position before.
Yeah, so now he's in that position. Like, I can't say no.
In that
still
situation, you kind of can't say no.
Yeah, so then what does the guy do then, the 16, 17-year-old? He's like, that call.
Because, and this is the one where you do get stuck, because do you not defend your friend?
That's what I mean.
Where I would never tell someone not to defend their friend. I would never say to somebody,
he's definitely going to get yourself in trouble there, isn't he?
You can go there and try and stop him. You don't have to defend him.
That's a good one, yeah.
You can go and talk him out of the situation. And that is defending your friend too. Defending your friend doesn't always mean going to do the same as
that's where a split had happened there, because this guy's going, what, you been a pussy for? Just come and fucking do it.
But he might not.
Yeah, they might not.
Can I tell you what, there was enough times in the past year where I'm going to have a fight or going to do something and I actually don't want to do it. Yeah?
All right, here we go.
And I just wish I had someone in my ear saying, "How, allow it, man, come.
You don't need to do that.
Let's go here." And I would have happily just gone, "Oh, all right, then come." But because no one said it, you're stuck now. And because you've said that threat or whatever to that person, you've got to follow through. And no one else is trying to drive you away from it. So you've got to. And it's mad, man. It's a mad rut.
It is. But with your mission you've got then, you're going to need a lot of help here, aren't you?
Yeah.
I think.
More help than people would think.
Who's doing it with you at the moment? Who have you got on side, if you like?
So obviously we've got the podcast team, which they'll all help eventually when it's all set up properly.
Are they helping you set it up and that?
I've wrote it all myself. I'm kind of like that.
Of course you have, yeah.
I'm like that.
I don't know why I asked that. Other stupid question.
It's one of them.
The listeners like, did you not hear what he said before? Yeah, sorry, yeah. Fair play.
I've got someone in housing who's willing to...
in what, sorry?
In housing. So actual council housing. But they're willing to be part of the board. And then I've got someone who's got his own estate agents. They're the main ones I needed for housing. Then I've got a psychologist woman who's got her masters. She's passed everything. She's willing to help with the female side of things.
Yeah, I never even thought of that. Yeah.
Obviously it's female, really, and it's just I need people for them roles. So I need mental health workers. I need people who write music and things like that to teach people how to express themselves properly. Because I believe that music is connected to a lot, and we don't realise it. Especially not frequencies, it's massive.
Are you going into hertz and all that now?
Yeah, you know that yourself, innit? Like. And the words we use.
Yeah.
The words we use.
I mean, people don't even know, because you know when you know, so obviously everyone's on an endless journey, aren't they? No one can say, I know everything.
No. If
anyone tells me that, I've just switched off.
That's me.
I've just switched off. No, I don't. Everyone's always learning. Don't give me that. And I've learned so much. I thought I was, so self-aware, blah, blah. And then as the more I speak to different guests, the more they teach me a little bit each time.
You learn from everyone, don't you?
It's mad. But the So I think this is dead common knowledge, but really it's not, and it might not be to these people. Is that you've seen that, haven't you, where you talk to the water and freeze it, and you talk to and you talk bad to a plant, good to a plant.
See the difference.
See the difference.
Yeah.
That cannot be ignored, can it? That's frequency. That is energy. That is. So that is like, say, with music, or it was you that said, well, on FaceTime, that why am I stuttering? It's because I'm trying to admit something that I didn't know. Oh my God. So weird. I didn't know you were saying talking to the food. If you make food angrily, it was you, wasn't it? Yeah. If you make food angrily, then you're putting that anger straight into your belly.
Into your body.
Yeah,
like,
that was a great one. That, you know,
like when I get angry,
as you say to me, I thought, shit, how many times have I done that? And I was like,
can you do it?
My efficiency, my brain went, no, I'm not doing that again.
Exactly. We have to do, like me, if I'm angry and I'm going to cook, I wash my pots.
Is it?
I wash my pots first. Because washing pots and anything like that is kind of therapeutic and it calms you. So I will wash my pots.
And the energy of it and washing it.
The energy is gone. Like you're washing away the anger. So it's gone. And then now when I'm cooking my food, I do not cook food without smiling. And that is a rule what I will always keep.
Seriously?
I do not.
So if you feel like shit or
I'm not
angry
cooking.
or nothing?
I'm not cooking.
You'd rather not eat?
I'm not going to cook my food. I guarantee you, I'd test it next time when you're hungry and you have food angrily, yeah? See if it fills you up.
No, I'm gonna.
See if it fills you up.
You have to do that as well.
Yeah, test it, people.
Yeah.
You eat angrily, you cook food angrily, your food loses all its substance.
No way.
Yeah, all its energy, all its spiritual substance. We're not just talking about the weight of the food like most people do. We're talking about what's in the food. Food is alive like we are. You know what I mean? So when you're getting plants and things, they were alive at a time.
Well, as I was saying before, not everyone knows, but you think everyone knows. Yeah. Everything's energy. This table's vibrating. Energy, we're made of the same thing as the table. And
exactly.
It is.
Like, we're not even solid.
Even though I knew all that, when you said about the food, I was like...
It shocks you because you don't think...
I was like, but it's obvious when you say it, but because
Because we don't think about it. We don't think... Like, the amount of things we put into our body angrily is poison.
Have you ever done manifestation, them sort of things? Do you ever
I believe
do mantras and repeating and...
No, I don't. I believe in meditate. Think to yourself. Like, I just sit and think in my thoughts. So I don't meditate like others with music or nothing. I will be in complete silence and just sit down and let my thoughts go. And that's...
a form of meditation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a form. It's my form, the way I do it, innit? So, like, some people say, you have to meditate like this. No, you meditate how you feel comfortable to do so. Because that's the only way your mind will let go. You know what I mean? If you're doing it ways other people have taught you and you're not comfortable, you're never going to find your full thoughts. You're not going to be able to let them go. So that's what I'll do. I'll sit silently and just chill.
See what happens.
And see what comes out.
That's meant that.
And with manifestation, I was talking to Luke about on the way here. I never worry about money. Never. There was a stage I used to always worry about money, all the time. Now I don't. There's times where I've come up to my rent day, it's rent tomorrow, I ain't got no money in my bank. Come 8 o'clock in the morning, I've got a message. Oh, I need 30 tops and 2 hoodies and this and that.
It makes my stomach go, man, because I worry. That's one of my weaknesses. Still, I still worry about money. And to think that is just madness, isn't it? How it works, how it drops in like that. And why does it have to be last minute though? Universe. Why does it have to be last minute? Can't they help you out, dude?
You know what I mean?
Why last minute?
Because you don't need it now.
Yes, I'll give you that.
You don't need it now. Imagine if the universe gave me that rent a week before. It's gone.
That is a good one. Yeah.
You get me? So it's just that, waiting for it to give you what... And that's what manifestation is. Some people will think they're manifested and they don't get something and they screw. You've not due it yet. It's not supposed to have come. Like, you want it now because you're seeing that problem 3 weeks down the line. The universe is saying, well, that's not even a problem.
That is a great message to people.
It's not, is it?
No, that is really good. Even to me, that's something that I'm taking on board. That's 2 things now.
I tell you what, it's
food now. yeah, 2 things. Yeah.
It is like, we've got to live in the present. You can't live in the future. The past is what makes us, but it's not what creates every day coming forward. You know what I mean? So you've got to live now, because today will create tomorrow. You get me? And today could end tomorrow. So that's what you've always got to be in the now. I'm not going to live 3 years in the future, knowing I could be dead tomorrow. It doesn't make no sense. I want to enjoy today. Yeah. You get me? And I want to know that today is giving me everything it can give me, and it's not going to give me everything it can give me if I'm thinking of tomorrow.
That's amazing.
And that's it, innit?
I love that. Because obviously the whole point of this is to create self-awareness in the listener through the guest. Yeah. And obviously that accidentally means I learn as well. And that's some great ones coming out here today. That brings me on to a question, actually, I want to ask you, is because you've done 3 years worth of weekly live podcasts, which is, I think, is amazing. I mean, while as you can confirm, we don't script anything. All my podcasts are like this, just as it is. Live's a different kettle of fish again. So what have you learned off your guests, is what I wanted to ask you. Is there any particular guest that stands out? I know you can't, because if someone asked me that, I wouldn't go, oh yeah, Algie was my best guest or Pete was. I wouldn't, because it's not fair. But and that's for me. It's for me to know who I liked, and that's a personal thing. But
I can tell what stand out.
Yeah. So what I want, there's 2 questions. Have you learned? Like I'm saying, I learn off each guest. Have you learned? What have you learned? And is there a guest that stands out to you?
What have I learned?
That's a hard one because it might be a gradual thing, but
I've learned so much. I'm trying to think of a specific. So, all right, then. The guess what does stand out is Michelle, domestic violence. She was
from Nottingham.
Yeah, she's in a wheelchair. A partner put her in a wheelchair. I think it stood out that much because of the person she is now, how strong she is, even after being put in a wheelchair and knowing you're in that for the rest of your life.
I don't know if I'd be strong enough for that, I think I'd just be too angry at that.
That's what I mean. Leave me angry at the foot. I know it would. I couldn't cope with that. I like my mobility. I like that.
That's what I mean.
And to see
what's it all about and all that.
Yeah, it's mad. Like she has to rely on hospitals and to fix a wheelchair all the time, and her life isn't her own, really. You know what I mean? And
did he get done for it?
He got away with it.
John, no, come on, that is not the ending to the story I wanted.
Not guilty.
I asked the question something similar to a guest, and he went, "Oh yeah, he got battered or beat up," and I was like, "Oh, I feel better now." And then he's
not guilty, man. But his karma's coming. You know when you just know something's coming to someone. Yeah,
that's awful.
Because I was on camera and everything, and he got away with it. But it's our justice system for you, isn't it? It don't protect people like it should.
Did you go old school in your head and think, I'm going to fucking get him? Yeah, I'm going to fucking get him. He's having it.
Go on, said to me,
he's having it.
She didn't like to go Bulwell. So I purposely said, I'll meet you in Bulwell. We'll have a coffee in Bulwell. He says, no, but he's always walking through. I said, that's fine.
Yeah. Let him please come across.
If he would have walked past.
And that thing's always in you, innit? You try and not... That's the thing. It never leaves you.
No.
If you've had a little taste of that life and you've fought a lot or whatever, it's it's in you and you're completely confident, aren't you? I've done the same thing. Yeah, I'm eating
domestic violence.
Sometimes you want them to just come on, just flinch towards me, please.
You want to do something.
Ain't that bad though? It's justice.
It's justice. It's protection. Because I believe that that's what men are supposed to do. Protect women.
Yeah, I agree.
We're supposed to protect women. Not beat them up and make them feel scared. We're supposed to protect them. We're supposed to lift them. They give birth to our children. They bring life to the earth. Like, what else are we supposed to do? You know what I mean? So when I see men doing the opposite, it kind of brings me back to my childhood. And that's what makes me react so aggressively towards them. Because I don't want to see women be scared of a man over some bullshit. You know what I mean? It's wrong.
It would be bullshit and all, wouldn't it?
And it is.
Who are you looking at? Where you going?
Vincent, I'll give you a mad example, yeah? And this is my uncle Errol. I went to live with him when I was 13. And as ex-missus, she won't mind me talking about it, it's open. One time I'm upstairs and it's dinner time coming. I'm going downstairs. Michelle's putting out the plates. And the gravy is a bit thick. That's it. Gravy is a bit thick. The rest of the food is perfect. She got battered. I'll never forget it. She got battered because the gravy was thick. And I couldn't fathom it for years. I was like,
can't just be that. What else am I missing here?
What's going on? But then you realise it's like control, innit? The only way they control is through fear. And that fear is putting them under their wing and beating them and making them know that you can't go nowhere. If you go nowhere, I'm going to do this to you. And that's what they're living in. They live in that constant state of fear.
This Michelle, where did you meet her? How did you meet her? How did you come across her?
That was my uncle's wife.
The Michelle, the wheelchair lady, I mean.
Oh, no, this is... Sorry, yeah. She was... who recommended her to us? Someone actually pointed us in her direction. Kev, my co-host, he went to school.
Kev, sorry to mention your time.
He went to school with her. So he spoke to her. He messaged her and that's where he went from.
And what does she do now?
She's nothing.
No,
she's nothing. But she's the kind of person I would actually go and draw for to talk to women.
Yeah.
Once my CIC set up, because of what she's been through. And her lived experience is beyond most. You know what I mean? So a lot of women will see her as an inspiration, and that will drive them to walk away from the situations they're in.
Which made her stand out to you, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
And what else? Anybody else it stands out, or anything you've learned in particular from guests? Or
Sherilyn, Cass, and Zoe were on. We had a podcast about the effects of murder. So Zoe's son Byron had been killed. Sherilyn's mum Julie had been killed. this is the only podcast you see me in tears. I literally, I got tissue for them.
And you're using them.
They didn't even use them. You see me using them because...
I nearly went when you said about the letter to your daughter, though. I nearly went for your story. You know what I mean? I was like, that got me. That did. Yeah, it got me. Yeah.
So with them, it was understanding that the effect of these, and this is what's kind of made me write in my series what I'm writing, the effect of murder and the actions of anything on road is a lot bigger than we ever realise. Like, we see certain things and we think, oh, okay, then that's happened. No one's there, just the mum and dad and whatever. No. Like, them hundreds of friends are grieving every day now. The cousins, the mum, the dad, sister. We don't think of them. And that podcast made me look at it and think, wow, how many people have been affected here? Like Sherilyn losing her mum to the boyfriend who killed her was failed by the system. Mental health problems. So it was reported numerous times and no one was open. Till this day come round and he stabbed her, I'm sure it was 70-something times. And she was left in the room on her own for 45 minutes to die. And Sherilyn, as a daughter, the effect on her is like, my mum's gone. But
and also, she can't help but put her mind where her mum's mind was and what her mum's had gone through. She's trying to envisage it through her mum's perspective.
Sitting there, and you could see that in her face when she was talking about it. My mum had to
Horrible.
sit down for so long on her own, knowing she was dying, and she had to do that on her own. And then she spoke about herself and her son, and that's where it hit me. My son will never see his grandma. He'll never get to go sit down and watch her make a cup of tea, have them jokes, what people... That's when I realised the effect. We need to make people understand what this does to other people.
Generational. It's like what you were saying about your dad.
Yeah.
We don't, you might know, but further on your dad's past, if something could happen to his dad,
Yeah.
and then he's grew up with that his dad was murdered, or something like that, and it just goes down.
He's
So that
going
son who can't see his grandma is living in his head. He could grow up, and not, obviously I'm sure he won't, but he could grow up with that trauma. She's got that trauma. It's passed then, isn't it?
It passes down.
It passes down.
And it continues and we don't realise.
That affects communities and it spreads. And
that's why, and this is why I believe our communities are so bad, because I said the generations above, the lower ones what are doing what they're doing, should have been the ones to guide. We wasn't guided. The generation above us wasn't guided because they were part of the Rimrush generation. So there was no guidance there, and now we're here. So my generation is stuck with these teenagers and these young adults. Are we going to sit still? Are we going to guide them? Are we going to ignore them? Because I see so many people demonize them, but you don't even know what they've been through. How can you demonize them? Oh, they're just horrible teenagers. Are they?
Yeah.
What made them horrible?
Yeah.
What made them want to do that?
Yeah.
And then we need to start addressing and understanding and preventing rather than trying to cure later on. I don't want to cure later on. I want to stop now. You know what I mean? I want to stop that 15-year-old going out tomorrow and slinging that shot, what gets him locked up. I mean, I don't want that to happen. I want to stop the 16-year-old who got told that this guy's run up his mouth, so I'm going to go get a knife now and go stab him. I don't want you to do that tomorrow. You don't need to. Phone him. Phone him and say, what did you say that about me for? Come on, let's go get some gloves and go in the ring. Do that. Because we used to do that back in the day. And we literally did. Let's just go have a fight then. Scrap it out.
Yeah.
And then after you finish the scrap, you go buy yourself a fucking drink because you respect each other. You've both put each other out and you respect each other now. Whereas when you're doing those other things, there's no respect left because that person's dead.
It's all driven by fear, though, isn't it? It's a sneaky fear, isn't it? And you think, oh, I've got to go and do this or do that to make me win or whatever.
Or better my reputation so nobody else troubles me.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Make myself look like a monster. That's what I did. I made myself a fucking monster on road. So everyone talk about Glutz. It was like, no, I'll leave him.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
No, leave him. Well, he rubbed my man. He rubbed him. He rubbed it. I made it like that, though. Because I knew the bigger the reputation, the less trouble I'm going to get from any of you. So make your reputation as big as possible. I don't need loads of money. But what I do need is you to be fearful of what I'm going to do.
Yeah, so just leave me alone. Yeah, leave me alone.
Leave me alone, and I'm free to do what I want. And the only people then I had to worry about is the police, which is every day.
So do you think this is your purpose? Because what you're doing now is you've got podcast, clothing brand, but you do it for other people as well, don't you? Not just... do you sell your own brand?
I sell my own brand. My own brand is Aspire to be Special.
Love that.
Yeah, ANS Clothing, Aspire to be Special.
And where can people buy that? Come on, let's just put
on
that
the internet, Facebook, website as well, Instagram.
What is that separate to RWP Media?
This is from... So, Who's Right, Who's Wrong podcast. We've got our own media team as well. and that's what this says.
Ah, right.
So when we do our commentaries, boxing commentary and things like that.
See, I didn't know that bit. Oh, right, I get you, because I was a little bit confused. Right, so that's separate.
Yeah.
Who's Right Is Wrong podcast,
Yeah.
RWP Media,
Yeah.
Clothing Brand,
Yeah.
Aspire,
To be special.
Fire Special. You skipped over it. You're doing a script or something, a series. What did you say? Because you skipped over
Screenplay.
that. Yeah, you skipped over it, man. Have it. Go on, have it.
So screenplay is called More Than the Streets. I'm writing the 6th episode now. It's going to be a mini-series. It's basically what we've been talking about, understanding the effect of the roads on other people as well. So rather than the series just showing you the gang side of it, you see the mum, the dad, the little sister, the baby mother who lives out the area of the son. You see these sides of road in it. And to me, it's making the people on road understand, because you won't see somebody on road go and sit down and watch EastEnders. But you will see somebody on road go and sit down and watch Top Boy.
Yeah, I was about to say Top Boy, yeah.
So if we've got them watching it, they think, oh yeah, this new gang show. But then they're seeing how their mum's feeling.
But do you remember, I'm having flashbacks. You were on about, earlier you were on about trauma and stuff. How you, we both know Luke, that's how this has come about. And me and Luke were talking about it. He was telling me stuff about me scrapping and stuff. I can't even remember. It's like it's like your brain just goes...
Yeah,
just
you cut it off,
cuts it off and just doesn't let you allow to remember what you've
says
done.
You don't need to remember that. That's what
it's
telling
weird.
you,
It's like very efficient. But what I do remember is the level of internal anger and hatred. And I don't know what the hatred come from, I don't know, but just anger in general or lostness of me as Alex at 14, 15 or whatever. And I don't know if it would affect me. I'm thinking, looking back, you just fuck off, whatever. You know what I mean? That's the thing, innit? So, but I suppose if it reached, because like everything's meant to be a mess, like you, that guy in the yard, with you, this is where I'm going after. I said that in my head, then I went, but one of my friend group, if it affected them, that's about frequency and vibes, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that message gets to anybody within that friend group.
Yeah.
That's then you've put like a positive mole within that friend
put a
group.
seed there, haven't you?
Through the series.
Yeah.
And that's where I went in my head.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, yeah. And I think...
Where one of them actually go, no. And then you've stopped it straight away, haven't you? Just because that guy in the friend group saw that series and went, no.
And then they spread it to each other, don't they? Yeah. And they'll say, yo, watch this, man.
Yeah.
Get me? Like I never forget this. I made a song once, it's called Tired. I'm a rapper as well, by the way.
I'm in it, man. Listen, and the CIC. You're too busy. I haven't even got to this podcast. How's he even managed to fit me in?
And I had a friend, Brownie. He used to beat up his partner all the time. Tired is a track about domestic violence, though. Basically, from the woman's point of view, how she got with this man, going through it, losing her friends, and then leaving, basically. And I made him listen to this song. Did I make it? No, he listened. It was playing in my house, and I saw him standing at my window. Not moving, literally just standing there, hands down by his sides. So I walked up to him and he's got tears streaming down his face.
No.
I said, what's wrong with you? He said, I didn't realise what I've done, Algie. I said, what? I said, I didn't realise what I've done. Until I've listened to that, I didn't realise. And that's what I want with the series, with my music, anything. It's a message. It's supposed to reach somebody and change them. Or give them the opportunity or the thought process to change. And that's what we need. And it's what should be implemented in everything we've got, really.
It's funny because when people are watching on a podcast, they can't get. There's a feeling in the room when you speak like that, and you can feel that like the positive energy when you think, "Yeah, come on,
they were,
come on, do it." Do you know what I mean? But how the hell are you gonna? So podcast weekly, live, media, writing a series. Yep. You've written a little short film, which I'm gonna try and speak to Rich about, innit? We just had music.
Music, yeah. I've been making music since 1999.
Again, you mentioned it. You're also studying psychology, aren't you?
Yep.
At university.
Psychology with foundation year BSc, 4-year course. Started it in September. I'm on my 2nd semester. And it's going well. I love it. I actually love the course. I don't even lie.
Yeah.
I'm proper just sunk into it. Like, I'm weeks ahead.
What have you learned that you didn't know before? Like, you said about the food thing, it triggered in me. What I said about the gas. What is it in this course you've gone, no way, that's mad?
Do you know that we're classed as other?
What does that mean?
So when we're
classed with another one, aren't you?
We're classed as people, we are classed as other because of our so strong people in society, people who get things straight away, kind of, are classed in the top line, and it's like just call it a strength line, yeah. So that would be white, male, physically able, literate, educated, yeah.
So that's classed as what? A strong...
The strong, like, people who will get positions in places automatically.
This is a social community thing you're talking about.
They'll get up in life. Then you got the second line, it says other. Yeah. And when I seen this line, I was like, wow. Woman, straight away, disadvantage. Black, disadvantage. Not physically abled, disadvantage. Where you live also creates a disadvantage. Education system, public schools and private are different.
100%.
People don't clock. So that's another disadvantage. And these all put us under the other line. You know what I mean? So we're not even classed as, what's the right word?
Yeah, go on, just say it, man.
We're not classed as the right members of society. We're classed as the wrong members of society. You know what I mean? So we're classed as expendable.
That's mad. So who is this saying this, if you know what I mean? Or is this based on statistics?
This is social justice. So in our society, in the world society, that top line applies everywhere, except maybe in black countries and Asian countries. But in the Western world, that top line applies completely. So if you're a woman and black, you're fucked.
So someone would argue watching this then,
yeah,
because I've seen this argument a million times, and I understand it more. I think it's the way you live is a strong one there.
Yeah.
But so they would say, what opportunities does the black guy, the white woman, white black woman, whatever, all in that, what can they not achieve that guy can achieve? What is the reason? That's what I've heard this as an argument. Oh, have you heard that one as an argument?
I've heard it. It's easy to break down, and this is the thing.
Because they don't know,
Yeah, they don't break it down correctly. So after World War II, yeah, there was an influx of people going to warehouses and things. Yeah.
Warehouse? Yeah, to work.
Warehouses to work.
Is this the Windrush generation thing now, or not?
Kind of, yeah. Just before Windrush come in. So just after World War II, when they need more workers. So women were then getting put into warehouses.
Yeah, that's why Nottingham's the famous thing about Nottingham and women 3-1 isn't true. It's because of lace market or the women making. Yeah.
And so, as a white woman, you would get a job automatically in the lace market or in the warehouse dealing with fabrics. As a white man, you would get a job in the office. But as a white woman, because a woman, you've got the other. And I'm staying away from race now, people, so you can see what I mean. Yeah? So as a white woman...
But
he breaks it down for them easy in this way, then they can't use race no more.
Yeah.
So
clever.
White, she's got the strength, but woman puts her in the other. So now she can't go to that office job because of that woman.
So as in that you're saying they will just not let her have that job, you mean?
She wouldn't even be able to apply for it.
Yeah, because that's how society was then.
Yeah.
But now?
It's the same.
You think?
It hasn't changed.
What do you mean? Like
our school curriculum hasn't changed for 150 years.
The what, sorry?
Our school curriculum
hasn't
changed
for 150 years. No, it's stupid. Don't get started on schools. It's
so why
stupid.
would people think that the way we employ people, just because a document says you've got to change it, what makes them think that the same minds what have been running their businesses for the last 150 years are going to change? Because they're not. Institution is an institution. And
so are you saying that guy is like doesn't even know he's doing it?
No.
So if I'm interviewing you and I'm interviewing a white guy and a white woman, there's three of you there for the interview.
Yeah, no.
Are you saying that guy's mind, the interviewer, is automatically without knowing just going to go bang the white guy?
It's institutionalised racism, isn't it? So it's not blatant racism. It's not his own racism either.
That's what I'm saying. He's not thinking about it. He's not. There's something inside him. That's like what you say, like a psychological thing. That's what I'm getting at.
Set, yeah.
Woman, nah. Black man, nah. Oh, white guy sounds
you
safe.
fit my narrative perfectly.
Yeah. So
and then when he gets,
I think that's a really crucial point that people miss on when you see people on social media. They're not saying. So you're not saying. Maybe they might be, but Algie isn't saying that he's a racist guy. He's saying there's something in that psychology, in that brain
that's keeping
that's making
it's
him
like
pick
an
that,
indoctrination,
making him pick that indoctrination, making him pick that white guy.
To it. So he's not thinking. He's not even thinking I'm picking that. I'm not picking him because he's black. He's not thinking that.
No.
He's thinking I'm picking him because he fits the job better. But it's not really that. Subconsciously, you haven't picked the woman because she's a woman. You haven't picked the black man because she's a black man. You've picked the white man because that fits the agenda and it's safer.
Yeah.
You get me? And
or even the way people speak can affect it.
It does. Like if you go into a office job, and you're talking like a roadman, you're not going to get it.
No.
You could have all the qualifications in the world, but you go in there, wow, man, we got this job, you know. You're coming in.
Where's the stapler?
You get me? You're not going to get through that first interview.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. So I wouldn't say people are racist when they're doing it. I think the system is. And it's a systematic thing what is almost impossible for people to change. And it's not something I want people to go out their way to change because it's not your job to do so. And when people...
But when that becomes through awareness and like...
It changes through that.
So we've just had a chat about it.
Yeah.
Again, that trigger thing we're on about in the kids. Someone's watching this and going, oh yeah. And this would be a guy who interviews people all day might think, oh, do you know what? Yeah, I think I do.
Yeah.
So we've had that change, had that
and
trigger.
That's all we need, isn't it? So we don't need to force it.
No.
And that's what I believe. I don't think that we should be telling people, yo, you need to do this and you need to address racism like this because that's wrong. Now we're forcing something on you. Racism has been forced on everybody. So why am I now going to force something else?
And it can be divided the other way, can't it? Because I think Anthony Joshua said buy from black businesses, just do that. And that...
It got blown out of proportion, didn't it?
Yeah, but what he was trying to say was support. And
black businesses. He never said don't buy from Asians, don't buy from whites. I know. It's because he didn't say it right.
That's the media just causing divide all the time, isn't it?
But then it's what you said earlier on. Know what you're saying and how to say it. Because if he would have said, make sure you support black business as well.
Because there's no way... Yeah. Because my grandparents were on part of the Windrush generation. But am I allowed to say that? Because, I am. But one thing, people think, it's just black people that did that. No, Italians come across. Italians come across.
People come across.
Yeah, but people think it's just black people, don't they, for example?
No people come
People don't realise how simple, we're all just the same.
The same,
Relax, man.
And that's what I said. You know, my best one is when people start with this land thing, I just say, are you English? And they say, yeah. I say, you sure? I said, really, think about it. Are you actually English? Because there's no such thing. There is not an English race of people. There isn't.
No, everyone's been sacked and pillaged and raped. And
unless you're Anglo-Saxon, I don't want to hear nothing about British. Because they're the original British men. Yeah. But then Britain wasn't even Britain years before that. Yeah. And this is what they've got to understand. This land has never been nobody's land, it's everybody's. You know what I mean? So I can't... To me, racism is stupid. It is so stupid. It's ignorance.
But you know what it is? I don't think people are actually... I don't know how we end up here, by the way.
It's learnt behaviour.
Yeah, but no, what I mean is like, I don't believe that someone looks at a colour of someone's skin, like I'm a bit darker than you, and you're darker again, and they go, I don't like that colour. It's never been about colour. It's about culture. They don't like that guy's culture.
Or they don't like something... It's the categories we all put in now, innit? So black people do this, Asian people do this, Italian people do this, Scandinavians do this, Polish, and everyone's put into these categories. So,
but we have got traits. There is a load of Italian traits that are just Italian traits.
But they attach the negative ones to us instead.
Yeah.
So we don't get a positive ones. You know what I mean?
I'll give you that. Yeah.
So black people,
unless you grew up and know the culture,
that's when you understand it. Yeah. Like I wrote at one time about speaking when you're talking in a Jamaican tone. I can talk to somebody and it sounds like you're overexcited and aggressive to some people. So they're automatically like, why are you mad? And I'm not.
Jamaicans just frown when they talk. Yeah, I know that growing up. You know what? I sound like... Or my mate would go, no, I sound like, I know how I sound. So I think Italians, we shout at each other. When I first met my missus, she thought me and my mum were arguing.
And you're not.
We're not arguing, we're just both going this.
Yeah, you're talking. And you're not, to you, it's normal.
She was like, you're right. I'm like, yes, I am.
And that's what it is, isn't it? Yeah. So we attach all these things what we've been taught. Like Asians, you're Alawakba, and now you're scared. What do you mean? We're scared of what?
Yeah.
And it's not, you're Russian accents now, you think, oh shit.
Stone Cold Killer.
And it's...
Who told you that? The movies did.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's all being pushed on us, isn't it? Yeah. So it's about that individualism, really, I think. And
that's the lesson, isn't it?
Yeah. Everyone is themselves. Like, a black man is a black man, but he's not. I'm Algie. I said it on the Black Lives Matter thing. I done a speech on stage.
Did you?
Forest, yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
The Forest Ground?
Not the Forest Recreation.
Oh, right, wait. You read, sorry.
There was like 5,000 people there.
No way.
I literally blown up the whole crowd.
No way.
Because I wasn't talking as...
Another thing.
Monkey hell. Go on. But I was basically...
Did you get invited to do that, or did you put your hand up?
I put my hand up.
So I'll speak?
Yeah.
Did you have planned the speech, or?
No, I just spoke.
Did you know?
I spoke. I can do that. I'm quite capable. You know, through music and everything, words can just form. But yeah, I've gone up there and I've took away my name and everything. It's the end of the speech.
What do you mean took away your name?
I said, forget Algie. I'm a king. Just like you. You are all kings and queens. Why am I Algie? Why am I black Algie? I was born that. But just look at the man inside, innit? Because the man inside is important. And if you bypass the skin and look at the man inside, you're going to find out something good. And that's what I believe in. Like, so if I look my white friend, and we sit down. Like me and Kev, for instance. Me and Kev were close as hell. Yeah, Kev's white, I'm black. People see me and Kevin just think, look at their friendship. But it's because we accept each other. It's nothing to do with him being white and me being black. It's him being Kev and me being Algie.
Yeah.
And that is it.
Yeah.
And he understands Algie and I understand Kev. Not completely, but we do enough to understand that our friendship matters. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. Bypass all that silly shit what they put in front of you. Because before we had borders and shit, we just traded. That's all we did.
Simple as that.
We just traded, and that was John with silk.
Yeah,
it wasn't John from Africa with silk, it was John with silk.
Yeah.
And that was it. So we've got to go back to that, I think.
And if you spin that round again, because obviously the point of the podcast is self-awareness. If everyone was self-aware and realised who they're communicating with wasn't, obviously you've got influence of your culture, I've got influence of my culture, I mean, I'm talking me hands now a lot, but everyone's got their influences on them, but they are, if everyone had that self-awareness about them, then they would talk to people differently.
Yeah.
And then that natural kindness happens then.
And then we start to learn more.
Because we're not judging.
Yeah.
Judgment is a tough one, isn't it? People
horrible.
just judge all the time.
So, like, for me...
But it's okay to judge sometimes. Like, what did I judge about you? I said, I bet you didn't go to school.
Yeah.
Didn't I? On you. Like,
but that's because of perception, isn't it?
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, but the judgment, sometimes you can't help but have a bit of judgment. But as long as you're aware of it and you're not...
If you
don't
accept
fix on
that,
it.
if you accept that you can be wrong.
If you went, yeah, I went to school, I went, no, you didn't. You're like, no, I did though. I did. No, you didn't. You can't have done. Look at the background you've had. You can't have gone to school. No, I'm telling you, I went to school. Then it's different, isn't it? People hold on to it, don't
That's real. That's how you're judging somebody without understanding, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I completely get that.
Yeah, and people do that too much. It's too
Way
much
too
judgment.
much. And they judge without understanding, like you said, they're not listening to that person.
Yeah.
Like, you've got to talk to people nowadays, man. If you just you can talk to anybody. Like you said, it was Luke saying he's got a friend who talks to homeless people every day.
Does he? No way. Not
Yeah.
him.
Yeah. He said he's got money, but he just talks to homeless people every day. Don't really deal with normal people. Comes out his house every day. Someone needs something to eat, he'll give it them. But he talks to them every day. And he learns from them every day. Because they're not just homeless. They're people, aren't they?
Yeah.
They've got a story.
Something's happened to him.
Something's happened to make them homeless. When I was working with him, there was a guy and his missus, they were together homeless. They'd lost 3 houses. This is all just happened all at once to them. 3 houses, all the cars, all the money gone, bankrupt, homeless.
No.
Literally, and they were millionaires. And then they had nothing.
That's mad.
So it's listening and understanding. Cause I would have seen them normally before. I just thought, look at them, 2 tramps. That would have been the mind frame back then, you know what I mean? So I would have judged them and said, you're just 2 tramps, man, nothing to do with me. But then later on in life, where I start to look at people and understand that I've got to listen and know first before I can make a judgment.
Yeah.
And that's what it is, talk.
And obviously we're doing that just in this podcast here at the back end of it. And obviously you got your own podcast, the CIC. So how do we... It's so hard to just get that message out there because all people want to consume, right? If I'd have asked you, tell me the story about, because you told me a couple of bits in it, like some of the gorier stuff. Yeah, not gory, that's a bit much, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, the worst parts.
The worst parts of what you did and stuff. And like, I did that and I did that, which I know a couple of bits about. Oh my God, the views would be massive, wouldn't
Massive. They fly around. And I dislike that.
I know. How can we?
Dislike that.
Because when you talk about something positive message, just don't seem to get the
don't
reach.
get nowhere.
It's mad, isn't it?
We're the same though. After 140 episodes, we are the same.
What do you mean? Like anything that's a bit gritty, views are up.
We don't really like when we do get a bad, not even a bad episode. So we had some youngsters on who come and just spit in drill and trap, and they had loads of views because of that style of music now for them. But then we had Charisma on, our style of music, Conscious. We didn't get as much views as Negativity. And I see it all the time. Anything we do, Kev put out a post of someone climbing on the roof. Yeah. He did it on purpose. I'm doing a test today. So he's put out this thing of man climbing on the roof, please below, thousands and thousands of views. And he put up a podcast post, positive, I think it was one of Yaz's things, something like 20 views. He was like, look.
And you know what, this is my judgment, right? On people that are looking at social media, I'm like, oh, come on, don't be thick. I've got to really think of a hook for you just to watch 5 seconds worth of this fucking video. Come on. The video's 30 seconds. You might learn something. Have I really got to think of a stupid hook at the start for you to just last longer than 5 seconds?
And that's what people are doing, don't they?
I know it sounds really bad, and I'm not, Because then I'm doing bam myself in it. But it's just a tough one, isn't it? It's just how to get that message out is tough. But then again,
I just put it out, literally.
Just do it, innit? And if you finds right people.
If you look at my Facebook, I literally wake up and I just post what I think. All right, so
is this your personal Facebook now? Or?
Yeah, my personal Facebook's open as hell. Like I've never had it closed, and I've it open so people can learn from it. And I get numerous messages day in and day out from people saying, "Oh, Algie, thank you for that status," or "Thank you for that. You made me realize something." Because I put it from my own experience, and people will learn from your experience. If you're again, like I said, you've got to be open though. You can't give them a part of it and expect them to learn from it because they can't.
Hard though, innit?
Used to be.
Yeah.
It did used to be. At first it did, but I think the trick is being open with yourself completely. Because then you're not scared of being open with no one.
Yeah.
When you're 100% open in yourself, then nothing can scare you. No one can say. No one can come to me and say, well, Algie, I know this about you. Well, so does he.
What?
Everyone knows, you know what I mean? So I believe you've got to do that. I've got to be open myself, and it's what makes life better. And
so I don't know if you answered it. I can't remember now. But so because I'm keep going over the place. Sorry. So do you think this is that was it? So is this your purpose? Because you've got so many things on the go.
My purpose.
What is your purpose? Do you think? And that's just a hard question. Is who are you? So
my purpose was. My cousin said to me, and I believe her wholeheartedly. She said, "Algie, you're not meant to be completely happy."
Oh, that's a hard one to swallow, isn't it?
You're meant to heal other people to find their happiness. And I listened and I thought, well, that does make me happy.
That does make you happy. Yeah.
Helping people find themselves and be happy, well, wouldn't that make me happy?
Yeah. To serve.
Yeah, to help and serve people and know that now I've helped somebody. Even if it's one person a year, I've helped somebody.
Yeah, that's amazing. That is amazing.
That's what it's about.
And the next question is, what do you want? Is another tough question. Who are you is a tough question. What's your purpose? And the other one that's tough for people to answer. Do you know what makes me laugh, right? I don't know the answer to any of these myself. I'm glad no one's asked me yet. Right, remember, this is a tough question, isn't it? But anyway, what do you want?
Inner peace.
Inner peace. So where and how can you see inner peace coming?
Just with time.
It's like your cousin said. I don't think because it's a constant. You're never going to. Not cure's the wrong word. You're never going to help every single youth out there, are you? No. So it's an ever-ending journey towards inner peace, I suppose, isn't it?
No, I think
because if that's your purpose, to help,
the journey will continue, and I'll find peace along the way. While the journey is continuing, I will find that inner peace along the way. A lot of people think they've got it already, and that is a lesson what I think people need to take in. Don't fool yourself.
I agree.
Don't fool yourself.
You're just feeling comfortable.
You're feeling comfortable. You haven't stepped out of your box. Until you do something like that, don't fool yourself. Don't believe that you're healed. I'm not healed. I'm 47 years old. I lost my dad and my mum 42 years and 41 years ago. I am not fully healed. No. And I probably never will be. But accepting that is another healing stage. And that's another part of healing yourself. Knowing that you're not going to be fully healed. We're not supposed to be. Not from something like that. You're not supposed to be fully healed. How? How am I going to replace some things to heal myself? I can't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's no, what's the...
It isn't.
Like end of a book.
Yeah.
You know, all right, so now I'm healed. Nice one. It doesn't work like that, does it?
It doesn't work like that. That's always going to be two missing pieces of me. You know what I mean? So it'll never be healed. It's something I'll always have to deal with.
So it's acceptance you're talking about there,
yeah,
and
you
it's
have
acceptance.
To accept it. You can't just... People who think they're healed, I bet you've noticed the ones who think they're healed are the ones who create the most damage to themselves.
100%.
Literally.
Yeah, and they just haven't got that same demeanour, like someone who thinks they know it all.
Yeah.
They haven't got that same demeanour.
Yeah.
No. And are you, I asked you, so are you religious or spiritual? What's
Mother Nature. I believe in Mother Nature, and that's what I believe in. I don't believe in...
Like Earth and... Like the Earth, you mean, like in a general cycle of Mother Nature like that?
I don't believe in the spinning ball.
You're flat Earth?
Yeah.
No way.
I believe the mycelium network.
Yeah, you skipped over that one. Yeah.
I could have guessed that all day long. But Mother Nature, like the mycelium network, mushrooms, they cover everywhere in the world. They're connected to every single continent under the sea. Nothing else does that. Nothing.
Is that true? They go under the sea as well?
Well, yeah, they connect everywhere.
No.
They connect everywhere. Like, so for them to get to another country, they have to go through the sea.
Yeah.
So they connect literally everywhere. So every tree is connected because of these mushrooms. Every flower, nature is basically just all connected. And there's no Bible what shows you about them connections, no religious book, except itself, the earth. Like, you have to touch that to feel that energy. You have to go and ground yourself to feel that energy. Tree huggers have to go and hug a tree to feel the energy from the tree. You're not getting it from a book. You're not getting it from an omnipresent being up in the sky. You're only going to get that energy from there in front of you, where you're taking away the concrete, you're taking away everything extra, you're putting your bare flesh to the bare ground.
Becoming part of it.
You're
getting the
part of it.
frequencies and energies again.
And it's the only time you feel like that. So that's my religion, if anything, or what I believe in.
And what about then, like, the energy of your soul when you die? Where's that going? What's happening?
When we die, I think it just goes to where it's travelling in the first place. It was already on a journey before it came in this body. This is part of that journey. It's got the rest to go. And if I haven't completed what I'm completing here, then it will be coming back. And you won't be happy.
It'll be a bit more of a stricter one. Yeah, more.
You've got to do this.
Yeah. And that. Yeah. Where's your views? Just a quick, as to close it, a quick view on astrology. What? Because I like astrology, and it doesn't make it's not who you are, but I can't help over the years noticing similar traits in similar star signs. So if I was going to guess your star, I don't know it. So I was going to guess. Do you know your star sign? Do you know your rising sign or not? Just star sign. Everyone's 2 star signs, aren't they? If you like, but anyway,
yeah, I do.
But you know your rising sign as well. Don't tell me. I'm gonna have a guess.
It's in my inbox. I've got it. My cousin told me. Yeah, but see if you can guess what star sign I am now.
I'm gonna go for Leo or Aquarius.
Capricorn.
Oh yes, I get that. Hard working, and hard working. And the cousin's right if she said that with the Capricorns. It's always hard work, and they never really
don't stop.
And they have the toughest lives and stuff. Yeah, no
toughest
way.
Obstacles.
Missed that one. Yeah. Capricorn, I'll give you that.
I think that's more of one.
Your rising sign. Maybe that's where I'm going for the Leo.
I think there was Leo.
Yeah, that's why I went Leo Aquarius. I could see it. Yeah.
I think that was. Yeah, it was Leo.
Was it?
Yeah, my cousin Natalie told me.
I'm having that then. Can I have that one then?
Yeah, you can have
that one.
Yeah, you got that.
And I've run over again. Rich is going to kill me, man. But I just want to ask you so many different more questions, but I've got to just close it. If I don't close it and stop, it won't stop. Do you know what I mean? So I do need to close it. I want to just go quickly though, back to CIC. I think what I truly believe, which is hard to get on a camera, but with energy, you really are going to help these lads and girls, forget about the girls, in Nottingham. And if anybody's watching and can help Algie in any way,
yes, please come forward.
Help him.
Serious.
I'd help if any way I could help. If definitely. You said, "Oh, come down and just blah blah," I'd help.
Yeah.
Because I love Nottingham. I'm from Nottingham. I love the city.
It's our time, isn't it?
I love it, and I've been out of Nottingham since I was 2000 and whatever, 2 or 3. Yeah. So I love crew as well now. But I'm from Nottingham, and I love. If you're from Nottingham, I don't want to make podcasts about Nottingham, but I love everything about Nottingham, like Brian Clough, Robin Hood.
All of it.
It's a rebel city.
Yes.
When you go watch Forest and they put all the rebels out, Garibaldi, Garibaldi is the Italian. Do you know about Garibaldi? Yeah. The Italian rebel.
Yeah.
So obviously the Italian connection, and the Nottingham Forest used the red of the rebels from Italy, and I love everything about Nottingham. So anyway, I can help Nottingham. I always help Nottingham. We are very individual. Anyone from Nottingham is very individual.
They're different, man.
They're different. It's a different sort of chip, but it's a different sort of chip on the shoulder as well. Yeah. I don't know why.
You go anywhere in UK and they say it.
Yeah, they do, because Nottingham's built different. The guy's just nothing. He's just angry at me. Like, what's up with him? No, it's just the way we're built, man. No one likes authority. No one likes. It's just hard, isn't it? It's hard to explain unless you're from Nottingham.
You only see it if you're from Nottingham.
Yeah,
the outsiders see it different to us. Like they'll look in and it's crazy, man. But no, like you said, the authority. No, what are you on about? Get out of here.
Yeah, we just won't have it. Everybody's into it. We want to explain it before we agree to anything.
You better come right.
I mean, the school teacher must have a nightmare. It's just built into our DNA. Like, no, explain why.
Yes.
That don't make sense. Well, no. And they're like, oh my God, just do it now.
And that's why so many don't want to work now.
Everyone's fucking avatars bumping into each other, getting angry.
Yes, man.
Okay. Thank you very, very much.
Yeah,
Thank you very, 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 very much.
Thank
All
you
right.
for having me, man.
No, it's been amazing. I love that.
It's been a blessed
I love
podcast.
that.
It has been.
Oh, yeah. But you could carry on, couldn't you?
We could have
fucking
stopped
I know. Hey, you enjoyed that episode of the Human Mass Podcast? Please subscribe, like, share to keep it all going. Thank you very much.